When you were a kid, did you run around the playground at school? Or maybe you were hanging around the house at home during the summer and you were bored and an adult said, "Hey kid, go outside and play." But now you're the adult. For children, play is essential for their development, but play is just as important for adults, especially when it comes to creativity. So who in your life is encouraging you to play? Me. I'm here to encourage you to play no matter how old you are. Hey creatives, I'm Jeff Katurba, and on this channel, we talk about the creative process and overcoming obstacles so you can follow your dreams. What is play and how does it relate to creativity? Okay, so it may sound kind of funny to define what play is. This isn't just me being playful. As children, play comes naturally and instinctively. Kids run around the playground playing kickball, playing freeze tag, but in adulthood in general, we don't run around the playground. We go to the gym, not to play, but to work out, which is good, but it's not exactly playing, is it? Playing is just what kids do, and it's good for them. It's essential. Play plays a big role in their development. That includes cognitive, physical, social, and emotional well-being. And for kids, play and creativity go hand in hand. Play isn't just running around the yard, it's also building forts in the living room, not to mention drawing and coloring and making a mess. So what does play mean for adults? At its core, play means getting out of your head, even for a few minutes. As we get older, we become more self-conscious and serious and filled with worry because life can be really hard. Play means putting aside that inner critic and instead channeling your inner child, your inner creative, playful self, if even for a few minutes. Who was that little kid version of you? Did that little kid version of you draw and color with wild abandon? Or maybe used a giant spoon to bang on some pots and pans as a drum set? How about now as an adult? Are you drawing and painting with wild abandon, making a mess, banging on a real drum set? I hope so. Even if you are, what other playful things are you doing to help deepen your creativity? If you are all work and no play, let's talk about what play might look like for you. The sky's the limit. Build a model rocket, and when you do, imagine that you are an astronaut going to a distant planet. Play doesn't have to be anything expensive. I recently saw this video with these guys who made this giant paper airplane. It was huge. I don't know, maybe 20 feet long. Watching that video brought me so much joy and laughter. I was laughing out loud, giggling like a little kid. Imagine making a giant paper airplane for yourself and going to the park and launching it into the air. Imagine the looks on all the other people, their smiles, their laughter. Soon you'll all be giggling like children. Play can also mean something physical, like playing soccer with your kids or your friends, or taking up tennis or pickleball. And yes, that can mean going to the gym, but it literally doesn't have to cost a dime. It might just mean you're a goofball and you do silly things. Being goofy and silly costs nothing. It's completely free. You know, like when you were with your significant other doing the grocery shopping. Let's say you're in the produce area and you only talk to each other as space aliens. What is this orb? They call it an orange. Play of any kind will get you out of your head, get you out of a rut. And maybe it's just what you need to get past your writer's block. More than anything, you need to laugh. I don't know, let people think you're kind of crazy. Let people think you're a goofball, because maybe you are. Laughter has dozens of benefits for your well-being. It's truly the best medicine. Laughter is often the result of some sort of surprise. It's like when you hear a joke or look at a cartoon. Your brain goes down one path expecting a predictable outcome, when all of a sudden, boom, there's a surprise you didn't see coming. Or it's when our brains connect two different things, and then you have that aha moment. Except in this case, the aha is haha. See what I did there? I'm a goofball. Okay, a little corny, but who cares? I don't care. Play fosters new ways to see the world, and it loosens you up, it relaxes you, and it reconnects you to that sense of wonderment you had when you were a kid. Play shows your inner critic that not everything in the world has to be so serious. Lighten up, inner critic, which is the perfect place to tap into your creative superpowers. Play helps you say no thank you to the worrying and that inner self-critic. So the next time you sit down to write that song or come up with a new recipe for your food truck or make that sketch in a beautiful Italian village or in your neighborhood or in the park, you already know how it feels not to give in to your inner critic. It builds confidence and it helps your brain tap into that child, playful, creative part of yourself. Play and creativity keeps you young, and I see it all the time, and I'll bet you do too. As a cartoonist, I've had the good fortune of meeting many of my cartooning heroes, artists that I looked up to when I was a kid. And one day, when I finally met them, I was astounded. They all seemed really really young. And they were all young at heart. And what do all those cartoonists have in common? They're still doing what we all did as children. They're drawing cartoons. They're drawing funny pictures. Cartooning is more than a fountain pen. It's a fountain of youth. And that's true for all creativity. It's about having a playful mindset and attitude, no matter what you're doing creatively. They say, do what you love and the money will follow. I also say, laugh and the ideas will come. Okay, so it's one thing to say that you're going to sign up for that improv class, but it's something else to actually do it. And that's the thing. You have to build time into your schedule for play. Play is kind of a serious business. And yes, most of us are really busy. But in the same way that you need sleep, water, food to function, you need play. Not just to deepen your creativity, you need play to be human. And if at the moment you can't quite dedicate chunks of time here and there to play, then be playful in funny chunks. It's sort of like mindfulness if you think about it. Mindfulness is observing oneself in the present moment. Our feelings, our thoughts, our sensations, and to do so without judgment. Allow yourself to daydream and use silly voices right now in the moment without judgment. And hey, if you're already working on a big creative project, but you're feeling stuck, mix it up. Get wild. Let your hair down if you have hair. Let's say you're writing a novel, but you're not sure what your main character should do next. Why not get out of your chair, act it out, like out loud? Or maybe you're writing a song on your guitar, but you're stuck on finding just the right lyric. Maybe imagine what your guitar would have looked like as a child. You know, sort of like a ukulele. Imagine you're the child guitar drawing and using crayons. Or you could do something completely unrelated to your creative project. You know, maybe you create jewelry, but you're stuck on what the next design should be. And you're frustrated, feeling kind of tapped out. And now, to make things worse, your neighbor is using that really annoying loud leaf blower. Get up and dance. Call your grandmother with the dumbest joke you've ever heard. Or hey, call me with the dumbest joke you've ever heard. Or make it a good joke. Mix it up. Get out of your head a bit. Don't take yourself so seriously. Go outside and play. Finally, whatever you do as a creative and as a human, because those are the same things, remind yourself who you were as a kid. You know, when you would play hide and seek well into the dark of night, or when you would make a huge mess with construction paper and markers, building a robot out of a giant cardboard box. Wait, you never built a giant robot? What are you waiting for? Don't just remember that sense of wonderment you had as a kid. Be the kid. Play and laugh and daydream and watch your creativity deepen. And you might even feel younger. I would absolutely love for you to share your experiences with play in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like. Thanks for watching, and now go play. To get more content like this, well, not like this, be sure to subscribe and maybe talk like a space alien or not.